there's a thing called constructive criticism, when really it's just criticism. It doesn't matter where we put it. It's criticism, and our brains don't like being told that. So instead of criticizing somebody about a character trait that's bothering us, we can lodge and issue a complaint. So a complaint about a process rather than a person. And if we can talk about things from a position of explaining how it's impacting us versus making judgment statements, then the other people can hear us better. So remembering that the issue that is concerning us is really the problem, not the other person. We want to be on the same side of the discussion with the other person. We also want to get into being future focused. So whatever our brain focuses on gets embedded. So if we're focusing on the past and negative things, then that's going to fire up our brains more. But instead, focusing on what we can do differently in the future to make things better is a much more productive use of our time.
I have discovered that my husband does not like it when I say, oh, you're doing it that way. So I'm trying to avoid that one. What are some other things we can do if we feel like we're getting snappy, we feel like, some kind of conflict is coming on? Well, how can we avoid that?
So another thing you can do is pause. So if you've ever been mad for, say, longer than 90 seconds, which we all have, right? I've been mad for days sometimes. It takes about 90 seconds for that first wash of chemicals to go through our brain. So if we can change what we're saying and what we're thinking into our brain, we can often help ourselves not launch quite as rapidly as we would. Another thing that we can really do that works great is to reframe things from the negative to the positive. So if your spouse is driving you crazy, for instance, if you're going to reframe that to positive, you're lucky that you have a spouse at home to live with. You have somebody that loves you. If you have dishes in the dishwasher that aren't getting emptied, that means you have food to eat and you have gifts that other people don't have. So just changing how you look at those kind of things can be all the difference in the world.
Yeah, we got to reframe it a little bit. For more information on what Carol does, you can head to mediaambassadors.com/Carol-Barks. I hope you got that. Carol, we're so glad you could talk to us this morning. Thanks so much for the advice.